What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new Pokemon Duel video. Today we're going to be talking about the results from the last 2 weeks of the YouTuber tournament. Basically, I didn't get to last week because, as you guys know, I was out of town in New York. But this week we're going to be talking about the last 2 weeks of results, so we're just getting sort of up to date on things, and there are some actual real interesting things to talk about here. So let's go ahead and just get right into it. So guys, before we actually get into the makeup of this week and last week's meta, it is important to note that Plusle and Minun were buffed in the last balance patch, and they weren't buffed enough to make them relevant in actual ranked gameplay, but they are very, very relevant in this tournament, in this sort of smaller, more precise meta. So we figured going into this week, we would see some people drop off using their mid-range decks or whatever deck they were using over to an electric deck, and that actually rung true. We saw 3 people switch from whatever they were using over to an electric deck using Plusle and Minun cores, which is definitely a very powerful contender in this tournament. I will say that this doesn't mean necessarily that it is a direct counter to the mid-range menace that we've seen recently, because we only saw one electric deck go up against a mid-range deck since the other 2 went up against each other, but it definitely put up some promising results for the first week that it was used properly, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here. So guys, the entire makeup of the meta looks like this. First and foremost, we've got 3 electric decks that revolve around Plusle and Minun interactions like we talked about just before this, and then we've got 6 mid-range decks that still are being used to this day, using Charmeleon, Crocodile, any combination of offensive and defensive figures to get their game plan to change on a dime, basically. It's just a fluid game plan that can go back and forth from defense to offense. Finally, we've got a new brew from Whisper, Poliwag Rush, which basically aims to use 3 Poliwags and just throw the mud at the wall and hope it sticks at some point. Unfortunately, it did not work out this week, but you know what? It was a fun set to watch, so I'm totally okay with it, even though, you know, I'm sure Whisper isn't that okay with it, you know? But yeah, guys, I have to shout out the 2 semi-finalists that are still in the winner's side of the bracket right now. That would be Jet Erickson and Mark E Gaming. You guys are absolutely killing it, and I'm very excited to see your matchup, and then the grand final matchup that we're going to be seeing shortly thereafter. I'm so hyped, guys. Loser's side is heating up, winner's side is already heated up, and it's at a boiling point. It's looking really, really good for the end of this tournament. So guys, just a couple questions to discuss down in the comment section below. First and foremost, mid-range decks are going down in usage, and electric decks are up in their place. Now, do you think that's going to continue to happen? Are we going to see a full electric type tournament for the rest of the tournament, or are some people going to try to counter it? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Also, just another question, do you guys think there are any decks we've seen previously that aren't being used anymore that could possibly counter electric decks? I'd also love to hear that as well. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be about it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it's pretty short compared to my usual Pokemon Duel videos, but I just wanted to discuss this really quickly. And I promise you guys again that I would have this out even though it didn't come out last week. It's coming out this week in place of it, so I'm sorry about that. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you back here for the next video very, very shortly. And until then, peace.